Hello, dear friends. I'm Marina from ourstars.net, and this is the June horoscope for everyone who has their sun or ascendant sign in Leo. June is one of the most interesting months during the whole year because Mars will go retrograde. Something very rare which happens once in 2 years, and something we are not so familiar with. So stay with me if you want to learn more about this event because it happens at the end of the month. So we will talk about it at the end of the video. Before that, let's start with the very beginning of June, which is actually very positive. We have a grand trine in water signs. Venus is in Cancer, Jupiter in Scorpio, and Neptune is in Pisces. And they are all connected with trines, basically the most positive aspects in astrology, forming a figure which is called grand trine. And this is very, very positive. In your case, it activates the water houses, 12th, 4th, and 8th house. And these are the houses related to your emotions, to your private life. So this is really a time to harmonize more your inner world, to harmonize your emotions, maybe to solve some emotional patterns which are kind of an issue for you, or generally to enjoy more your time when you're on your own, your private space, your home, your domestic issues, personal issues. So really, really harmonious aspect combination, especially for emotional issues, relationship issues as well. And remember, you will feel the influence of this wonderful transit combination during the first week of June. So very, very nice and positive beginning of the month. Also, at the very beginning of June, the transit sun is in Gemini in your 11th house. This is a harmonious combination because Gemini and 11th house are both related to communication. So wonderful time to connect with other people, to create new friendships, new important connections with others. Also, all kinds of intellectual projects. Anything which requires new ideas, futuristic approach, or seeing things in perspective, analyzing things in perspective. So wonderful time also for everything which is very important to you, like some kind of ideal that you have or some kind of cause which is important to you. So concentrate on group activities, concentrate on things which require the support of others, and you can be very successful during this time. After that, from the 21st of June, the transit sun will enter Cancer and your 12th house. So this will be the time when you need to slow down a little bit things. You need to take your own time and to relax more. 12th house is basically the last house of the zodiac, the last house of the horoscope. So basically this is the ending phase of the 1 year period. And this is the time when you need to reassess the past, maybe answer some personal questions about how satisfied are you with the previous year, with your achievements, maybe realize what you need to let go of, what you need to leave in the past, and prepare for the upcoming new beginning, which is not here yet. So the end of this month is about reassessment of the past, about relaxing, about taking your personal time. Also, we have Mercury in Gemini in your 11th house at the very beginning of June, which is again a very exciting transit about communications, very productive transit for new connections with others, for meeting more people, for organizing some group activities, or something that you're doing together with others, or just spending more time with your friends as well. Because after the 12th, Mercury will enter your 12th house in Cancer. This is also a transit which requires from you to spend more time on your own. It can make you more introverted, and you may notice that what's happening inside of you on an inner level becomes more important. So socially, things won't be so active for you, won't be so intense. And by the end of the month, on the 29th, Mercury will enter Leo. your first house, your own sign. And of course, it brings more energy. It charges you with a stronger desire to communicate with others, to connect with others, maybe to meet new people, to share your ideas. And basically, it's the first step of, getting out more in front of others and starting a new period in your life. Also, Venus will be in 12th house at the beginning of the month. Time to reassess the past. Time when you can really enjoy the time which you're spending on your own, your private time, your private space. Great time also for spiritual practices like meditations, like reconnecting with your emotions, like paying more attention to your feelings, to your inner experiences. And after the 13th, Venus will enter Leo. Of course, very significant transit. Venus enters your own sign, and it can bring you very bright emotions. Venus in Leo is actually really bright, really exciting, which sometimes can dramatize things, but also is related to attracting attention and being in front of others and really enjoying how they can admire you, how they can be fascinated by you. So very, very positive time for women to pay more attention to their appearance, to maybe change something about their appearance, maybe reconnect with their feminine energy. And for men, this is a wonderful time when you may enjoy the company of women, and you might be more sensitive and more emotional than usual. The other transit, which is very important, is Neptune, which goes retrograde. Neptune will be stationary on the 19th of June. And basically, this is the most important part of this phase, the exact period of the stationary phase. Neptune will be on the 16 degree and 30 minutes in Pisces in your 8th house. And specifically, a couple of days before and after this time, you need to be careful for possible issues related to finances, some complications, some unexpected things, some mistakes that you can make. So I would really recommend you to avoid taking some important financial decisions, specifically around these few days, around the 19th. And also, guys, the biggest event during the month is Mars. Mars, which will go retrograde from the 27th. Mars will be in Aquarius in your 7th house, so very important period for your relationships. And for that event, we are going to make a special webinar. You can find more in the description below this video. And basically in this webinar, we will discuss everything you need to know about Mars retrograde. Of course, prediction for each zodiac sign. And also everyone will get a personal report by me explaining where Mars will be retrograde in your chart and what kind of aspects, major aspects it will make with your natal planets. So in this case, you will be more prepared and you will know if you should be really careful about this period or it's not such a stressful and intense period for you. Also, you will get a calendar with day-by-day position, degree position of Mars, and you will know actually at which point Mars can activate some important planets or cusps of houses in your chart. You can find more about this in the description below. Plus, you will find there all of the events I just described for you with the exact dates, exact ingressions of planets, and which houses will be activated in your chart. So I believe this is the most important during June. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you very soon.